Hi, my name is Erica Pierce, and today we're going to take a moment to consider the value of time. Last week in my blog, I talked about time management for college students. So, I talked about prioritizing and, the usual stuff. But in putting that post together, it made me think about a few quotes that I'd like to share with you. So, the first quote that I want to think about is by Michael Alschuler, and it reads, "The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot." So we all know that time marches on regardless of what our situation is and who we are. And we have choices about how we deal with that. We can either complain about being left behind, we can allow ourselves to be dragged along with that time, or we can take action and determine how we're going to spend that time. And I've had experience doing all of those things, and I have to say that the decision to take action is probably the best choice. So, but what about those other choices? Why do people make those other choices? And I'll say there's various reasons why people do that. And typically there are two camps that people fall in. The first camp is that people believe that they have absolutely no time. Like, it's so busy, I just don't have time for that. Or they fall in the camp of feeling like they have all the time in the world. Oh, I'll get to that. I've got time. And so I want to think about those two groups of people. So first, I want to think about the people who feel like they have no time. And that reminds me of a quote by Charles Bruxton, and it reads, "You will never find time for anything. If you want time, you must make it." So if we think about our constant flurry of activity, and in our society today, we're always doing something. We've always got something to do. So considering that, I think it goes without saying that we must make time for the important things. We can't tell ourselves we don't have time to do that. We have to make time for the important things. Because we really don't want to get to the end of our time here and have this big, long list of, I should have done that. But just like those terminally busy people neglect to make time for the important things, the laid-back person can find themselves in the same situation. So that reminds me of a quote that actually is a Scottish proverb, and it says, "What may be done at any time will be done at no time." And so, again, if we keep telling ourselves that, oh, I've got time for that and I can get to it later, let me just take care of this, we could also find ourselves at the end of our journey not having taken care of those important things. So to beat a dead horse, my ultimate point here is always make time for the important things. And so I want to leave you with a poem by an unknown author. And it reads, "This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is important because I'm exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving in its place something that I have traded for it. I want it to be gain, not loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not regret the price I paid for it." Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.